Phew, we're finally back in the settlement. Thanks a million for escorting me back here. I really appreciate it. Thanks to you, I was able to photograph the statue to my heart's desire. I'm just glad you made it back safe and sound. Yeah, let's go tell the elder. There seems to be quite a commotion over there. What? That's... Looks like there's been a normal car accident. But why here? Isn't that the gentleman we fulfilled the request for this morning? The very same. And that's the settlement's doctor, Amir. He couldn't have been the one responsible, could he? Never mind that, we need to go take a closer look. Amir, are you Kurt? Her. No, his name isn't Kurt. Oops. Guys, I'm alright. Sorry for worrying you. What happened here? I was on my way back from gathering herbs in the mountain forest to the north, when all of a sudden I just saw I lost control of the vehicle. Is anyone injured? I was having a few bumps and bruises, but other than that, fortunately no. I'm just relieved I didn't end up hurting anyone. I'm glad to know your injuries were light, Amir. Thanks be to the winds and the goddess. Still, I don't want to lose control of a vehicle in an area as open and free of obstructions as this. Did you simply lose your concentration for a moment? No, of course not. This car is extremely important to all of us here, and I wouldn't dream of driving it carelessly. I'm still not sure what caused it. When I was nearing the settlement, the steering wheel just started to feel oddly stiff. Fortunately, the brakes were still functional. Otherwise, I dread to think what might have happened. I see. Alyssa? Let's see. Alyssa, do you think you can work out what went wrong? Probably. I'd say it runs in the family. How could I forget? This stands to reason that the scion of the Reinford group would be quite handy in mechanical matters. Even if she does pretend she wants nothing to do with her family anymore. Would you mind your own business? What you say though, it's not as true as it used to be. They have some professional engineers at the Reinford company now who can't even perform basic maintenance work. Wow, standards in higher education must be slipping. When you compare it to the Zeiss Central Factory in the Liberal, the Reinford group is getting far too big for its own good. And those giant vertically structured divisions, each with their own subdivisions. It sounds as though becoming the Empire's largest corporation brought its own share of new issues. So have you managed to figure out what the problem was? Think so. It looks like there was a contract failure in the cord circuits near the engine. That's probably why you suddenly had difficulty steering, even though it was just fine before. I see. You think you can repair it? I doubt it. I can diagnose it, but I'm no technician. I think we'll need to call in a professional to fix it. I suppose that means we'll have to ask someone from Zender Gate. I'm impressed. I can see that Thor's military academy has more to be proud of than just its former founder. Elder Ivan, Dad. I'm sorry it took us so long to get here. I believe that Norton made it back safely though. Thank you for your assistance. No trouble at all. It sounds like you've been able to work out the cause of the problem here. That was all thanks to Alyssa. It was nothing really. No shame in being proud of your accomplishments. Seems like while I'm glad we've gotten this squared away, we still have something of a problem. What do you mean? This is the settlement's only vehicle. Having it out of commission is going to make things pretty inconvenient around here. The sooner we can get it fixed, the better. I see. In that case, is there anything we can do to help? You sure? This isn't part of your field study, you know. I would respectfully disagree. You've treated us to such great food, and I'm sure such is hospitality. I want to do what I can to help. But actually repairing the truck is a bit above my skill level, though. Still, it would be discourteous of us to not at least make an attempt to assist our hosts. Thanks, everyone. Well, if you insist, we'd be more than grateful for any assistance you can provide. If you could bring out someone who could do the repairs, that'd be great. Those are the best course of action. Should we head to Zender Gate and see if they can spare a mechanic? Actually, I have someone else in mind. Someone far more keen than an army technician for things of this sort. Up down Leighton Lacrima is the Northern Highlands. In the Northern Highlands lives an elderly man from the Empire. I'm sure he'll be able to fix the truck for us if we ask him. Sure, the hermit could probably have this fixed in no time at all. That cabin near the lake? Passed by earlier, it seemed vacant. The old man from the Empire is more reliable than an army technician. Could it really be him? Alyssa? So you want us to go and call this man for you then? If you'd be so kind. There's no hurry though. If you have other things you need to do, by all means do them first. Either way, we'll need to clean up the site of the accident before anything else. Just handle it as you might if it was part of your field study. Will do. Okay everyone, let's finish up anything we have to do, then head for the cabin at the lake. Little Akrama's in the Northern Highlands. We'll need to go north of the Guardian statue and then due west from there. We should set out on horseback at once. We do have a point, and it's not like the enemies in there are going to cause us any trouble, so yeah, why not? We'll go to the lake house thing and get the guy. I mean, we might as well. They've done enough to be... well, they've done enough kindness for us. So we might as well return the favour. To be honest though, that accident looks a lot worse than it is. It looks like he's driven through the fence and it's like, no. No, you could have crashed and broken something, but it's just the engine failed. Yeah! I don't know. So it could have been a lot worse. So in that regard, they've done quite well. Now anyway, onward we go to get this guy. Although they keep going on about Hermit. That and I thought that dig Alyssa said earlier about, I know someone with... yeah, that's a clip again. With the same... that's an enemy, don't walk into it. With the same hobbies as this, I thought she was hinting at Reen, considering how most of this place we've gone fishing. So, you know. But no. I don't know what she means. But I guess we'll have to find out. And to do so, we need to go there first. It's that way, right? So, loop around. I think we need to loop around. Yeah, I think that's for the best. So let's do this. Go get the guy. Definitely a formidable opponent, that thing. But it's also a pin in the ass, so we're not going to bet it. Mostly because the experience isn't worth all the hassle. Probably have recharged some EP while I had it. Yeah, well. More importantly, CP. We've got plenty of that. Oh, guys. So yeah, now. CP seems to come back for hitting stuff. Well, at least we made it this far, as far as the lake. Is he at home? Well, the boat's at the wharf and the garage door is open, so I'd say it's likely. Excellent, we should go see him at once then. The boat's back, I don't see no boat. Yeah! Yeah, I did that weird thing again. I guess because I'm getting too close to that corner. Anyway, oh no, wait. Still don't see a bloody boat. What are you on about? Oh, wait. Nope. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong dock. That might be it. Either way, car back, so... or car door's open at least, so... he might be back. There's smoke coming at the chimney. Can't tell, the camera won't go high enough. Maybe. Maybe there's not. I don't know. Seems there's someone inside. Suppose it must be the man we came to see then. Yeah, I bet he just came back from fishing. For a hermit, he doesn't seem to want for much. So, what are we gonna do? After entering the cabin, the time of day will advance to evening, and all of the day's field study events will end. Yeah, let's go ahead. Excuse me, anyone home? It's open, coming in. Wait. Alyssa? Excuse us then. Hey, it's good to see you again, sir. Well, it isn't, guys. Haven't seen you for about, what, half a year now? And Lisa's here too. Why, I don't think I've seen your face in, ooh, must be coming up for 5 years now. Wait, what? Could this be? Grandfather, what the hell are you doing here? Well, I guess that's one way to be introduced, but let me give you the proper welcome. I'm Gwyn Reinford, Alyssa's favorite granddad. Pleasure to meet you, all class 7. Honest to meet you, sir. I'm Reinford. Pleasure to meet you. I'm Emma Milstein. Eustace Aberdare. It's an honor. Ah, promising group of young folks, if ever there was. But you've sure done a lot of growing in the last 5 years, Alyssa. You're taller and bigger. It does this old man's heart good to see how easy on the eyes you've become. Godfather, please! Forget about me. What have you been doing out here all this time? Back when you disappeared from Roar, I'd never believed it was... if someone told me this is where you'd find you. Do you have any idea of where you died, Ben? Oh, come now. I send you letters a couple times a year, don't I? And of course I read all the ones you give to Sharon, too. Still, have you been here the whole time these past 5 years? Just about. I don't stay around, though. I spend about half the year traveling around the continent, seeing friends, or visiting the Empire. I see. Mr. Reinford, would you mind if I asked how you know so much about a field study? He does raise an excellent point. It almost seems as though you were expecting us to pay a visit. Well, it's just a coincidence the truck broke down with a date, to be honest. But I admit, ever since Irina told me you were coming to the Highlands, I figured I'd see you at some point. Huh? You still talk to Mother? Well, yeah, of course. No, just the bare minimum. That girl's zeal for her work really borders on the unhealthy. What did I ever do to turn her into such a workaholic? Alyssa? Anyway, now that we're all done with our coffee, let's head on over to the settlement and have a look at that truck. Just wait outside a bit while I go grab my tools. Oh, actually, I caught a few good-sized trout. Can you take them over to the settlement too, will you? Of course. So that's the former chairman of the Reinford group. I know him by name, but he's a far more light-hearted man than I would have guessed. Indeed, he seems very easygoing. Say what you really think, you're not going to hurt my feelings or anything. Everyone loves him because he's all laid back and approachable, but mostly he's just capricious and irresponsible. And then 5 years ago, he just sort of... Alyssa? Never mind. Let's get going. As soon as he's ready, we're heading back to the settlement. Alright. Let's wait for him by the garage then. So 5 years ago he did what? He just stopped. And then you've not seen him for 5 years, so... It does look pretty. Anyway, so what's going on? What have I missed out on? Guys? Should we get back to the settlement then? Hey guys, you're on pretty good terms with my grandfather then. Something like that. We've only known him for a couple of years, but all of us in the settlement know him a lot. Myself included. Ah. Okay, we're good to go. Mind if I ride with one of you? Grandfather? You aren't driving? Nah, the engine's been acting up a bit lately, so I'd rather not. Besides, how could I pass up the chance to get to know my granddaughter's classmates a little better? Reading, right? Got room for one more up there? Why did he have to pick Reed? Better not be giving him any funny ideas. I'm sure that isn't the case. I'd feel a lot more at ease if you focus more on the reins, though. So how's Sharon doing these days? Yeah, she recently started working in your dormitory. Yeah, that's right. I haven't had much time to get her to know her, though. Don't you seem skilled at what she does? Oh, she is. Very much so. But more importantly, she's a real cutie. She always has that lovely, reserved air, but there's a playful side to her, too. I wish she'd sign on as my personal mate. That'd be the life. Yeah. But that Emma girl is really nice too. She's got those glasses. That hair you want her to let down. And she's class president material to boot. There's a smoldering homeroom hottie if I ever saw one. Come on, you know you gotta agree with me. Well, I can't really say that I disagree with you, but... if you don't mind my asking, why did you never tell Alyssa where you were? Tell me, Reen. What kind of girl do you see her as? Well... I'd say she's a really hard worker, in a great many respects. Oh, I have no doubt about that. She's good looking, polite, as well mannered as any noble's daughter, intelligent, and that all comes naturally to her. It's not the same persona, it's not some persona she forces on herself. Yeah, I'm amazed at how effortless she makes it all seem. And yet, she has a habit of trying to resolve everything without relying on anyone else for support. I'm sure it hasn't escaped the notice of a canny young man like herself. It does feel like that sometimes, yeah. She's kind and her sense of duty compels her to always see things through. But she always keeps things bottled up, like she never wants to let on to anyone that she needs help with a problem. I'm Melissa, from Rourke. It's not like I'm trying to make a big deal out of it or anything. It's just, if everyone knew it'd make things awkward between us, and I don't want that. I have a feeling the relations between her, mother and I was to end up that way. Or to be more specific, the conflict between the two of us. Huh? That's why I didn't tell her where I was. But I'll leave it up to her to fill in the details about that. I'm sure that once the two of you are a bit closer, she'll tell you all on her own. A bit closer? I have a feeling there's a critical misunderstanding going on here. Oh, is that so? I thought there was a little something going on between you two after seeing your name come up in one of her letters. Well, we did have that unfortunate accident back at the start of the year. Well, that's all it was. We eventually got it sorted out and nothing really happened since. An accident, huh? Did you accidentally collide with her on your way to school, causing her to drop the toast she'd held between her sweet lips? And as the dust cleared, did you find yourself sprawled on the ground in an unlikely yet heart-racing position? That's a really oddly specific question, but I don't really know what kind of heart-racing position you're... So, something really did happen, didn't it? Now just tell old Gwen here all about it. I want to hear every last juicy detail. Grandfather, please! Here's the bad kind of burial, man.
Hey, isn't that... Ooh, it's those military academy students.
Ooh, you got a nice ass. I mean, what?
I wonder what they're doing all the way out here. Oh well. Looks like things are gonna start getting interesting. Okay, let's get this mission started! Sheesh. Gramps and the others can be so unreasonable sometimes.
That night, the people of the settlement held a banquet at the elder's house for us, Gwen and Norton. I don't know what we'd do without you, Gwen. Here's to you, my friend. And to you. Come on, that guy, and this booze isn't gonna drink itself. Yes, yes. I can still hardly believe it. Finding the famous Gwyn Reinford down in the sticks like this. You know him then? Of course, he seized on the opportunities of the Orbital Revolution to make Reinford the industrial powerhouse it is today. And it's only gotten bigger since his daughter took over. The Reinford Company was originally an arms manufacturer, making their name with firearms and such. They underwent a massive expansion of the lineup and started working on orbital weapons and railway projects. I suppose that's what they must have looked like to the nobility. But the company does business all across the continent, not just domestically. Gwyn is a refreshingly international outlook for the Erebonian businessman. I see. I knew he was a keen man, but I never realized he was that famous. The real mystery is why someone would walk away from that in the first place. Some people say he got ill and had no choice but to stand down, but look at him now. He's pictured hell. Maybe there's some truth to that old rumor after all. Oh? What do you mean? Just something I heard a long time ago. No real proof of it, and we at the Imperial Chronicle aren't in the business of printing based on speculation. Alyssa? Oof, my eyes are bigger than my stomach. I'm gonna go out and get a little fresh air, okay? Alright. Alyssa? Green, Alyssa's going out to get some fresh air. Would you mind going and keeping her company? No, not at all. But why me? You're the class prize and all. You make for better company. No, trust me. I think you're definitely the best man for the job. Well, if you say so. Alright, I'll be back in a little while then.
I'm such an idiot. What am I even doing?
Wow, would you look at that view? Amazing, isn't it, Alyssa? It's so pretty. Come on, you two. We need to get going. We're running behind on schedule. Nah, let them have their fun. It's not often you get a day off like this. Why not try to relax?
Elisa?
Oh, Reen. What are you doing out here? Did you eat too much?
My mouth says no, but my stomach's thinking yes. You doing okay? You seem a bit unsteady there.
Nothing like that. I'm just feeling a little out of it. I'm just going to stay out here for a while and get some fresh air. Then I'll be Whoa! Sorry about that.
See? What did I tell you? We've been riding all day. I'm not surprised you're feeling tired. Riding a horse really takes it out of you.
I guess you're right. Why didn't that occur to me before?
Hey, Elisa. Look up at the sky.
Huh? Oh, wow!
You know, I didn't even notice it last night because we turned in so early. But now that we know, if you're out here to get some air, better to take in the starlight than look at the ground, right?
You're right. My father was a technician. 8 years ago, he passed away. My family was never really the same after that. Mother was director of the company back then. She focused all of her energy on making the Reinford group even bigger. She used to treasure our family, but after that, it's like she could barely spare a thought for us.
Oh, she did seem like a talented businesswoman when we met her. Well, more than talented to run the Reinford group.
What you saw in Ruhr Station was just a watered-down version of her normal intensity. We'd be able to have dinner together maybe once every 3 months, and that's being generous. But at least I wasn't alone. Grandfather and Sharon were always there for me.
That's how it was, huh? I guess you've known Sharon for a long time then.
Yeah, my mother hired her about 7 years ago. Being a Reinford and all, I never had many people I could really call friends when I was young. The nobles looked down on me, of course, but the common people treated me like I was different from them, too. At least with my grandfather and Sharon around, I never felt totally alone. Grandfather introduced me to all kinds of different hobbies, like horseback riding and playing the violin. Sharon taught me self-defense and archery, and all the high society etiquette expected of a lady. Meanwhile, my mother kept expanding the company completely against the wishes of my grandfather, the chairman.
I see. Though, hasn't Reinford always been a big industrial company?
Kind of, yeah. Even back then, they took on projects in all fields, from steel mills to railway construction to guns and tanks. It's not surprising there are people out there who like to call the company a merchant of death. Can't say I completely agree with that side of the company, but I've never felt embarrassed or ashamed about it. But a few years ago, the Reinford group finally went too far.
What do you mean?
Those 2 railway guns set up in Guerrilla Fortress on the eastern edge of the Empire? You know about those, right?
Yeah, I've heard of them. They're supposed to have the longest range of any orbital cannon in the world.
I've only seen their spec sheets, but the destruction they're capable of is terrifying. Erebonia's still fighting with Calvert over Crossbell, and those guns are capable of targeting any point in Crossbell State. In just a couple hours, they could wipe Crossbell City and its 500,000 citizens off the map.
No way. That's way beyond being a weapon of war. More like an instrument of massacre.
I couldn't agree more. And neither could my grandfather, who supervised their construction. Even though my mother was the one who signed off on the project, my grandfather regretted it like the decision was his. As he was hesitating over whether to hand them over to the Imperial Army, my mother betrayed him.
What?
She went behind his back and secured the support of all of Reinford's major shareholders. Everyone from Ruhr's ruling lord Marquis Ragnar to the top brass of the Imperial Army was on her side. In the face of such overwhelming pressure from all sides, my grandfather was forced to capitulate. He stepped down as chairman, and my mother wasted no time taking his place. That's when my grandfather decided to leave the company entirely. And me. I thought I'd at least have Sharon on my side, but she just did whatever my mother told her to do. It's been 5 years since then already.
Oh. I think I get it now. Why she gets under your skin, I mean. It's not so much what your mother did, but how it ended up tearing your family apart.
Yeah. I couldn't believe my mother would betray her own father. I couldn't believe grandfather would take it without fighting back. I couldn't believe Sharon, who'd always supported me, watched it all happen without a word of protest. It really drove it home to me. How big the Reinford group was now, and how small I was. I hated realizing it had become so large that corporate interests were stronger than family ties. Looking back, I guess that's when I decided I'd leave home and enroll in the academy. Even when I ran, I couldn't go far enough to escape my mother's shadow, or the Reinford name. Then I come here and find my grandfather happily enjoying a whole new life without a care in the world. When I stepped outside, I was feeling so lost, so frustrated, wondering what I'd been doing all this time. But it's kind of strange, you know? I look up at the stars and it feels like I can escape the gravity of everything. I think I'm finally starting to understand why my grandfather chose to leave it all behind and move out here in the first place.
You really are strong, Elisa. Stronger than you realize. You were finally ready to talk about it. About your family and the company and everything. So, maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Maybe you're right. But I don't think I would have been able to if I hadn't enrolled at the academy. Meeting everyone in Class 7, the lacrosse club, you... I'm a better person for it. Your support has already made a difference. So, thanks. Thanks for worrying about me. And thanks for reminding me to look up, not down.
Anytime. Though, truth be told, I came to check on you because Emma asked me to. Sorry to ruin the moment.
thought that might be the case. Oh well, there's always next time. It's kind of strange to hear you tell me I'm strong, because I could say the same thing about you. You always seem to get thrust into the role of leader, someone we can count on to keep us on track.
I guess running errands on all my free days is really helping me buckle down. Still, I feel like I've got a long way to go, especially when I keep running from myself.
Huh?
Remember back in Keldic? I said that I came to the academy to find myself. But sometimes, I wonder if maybe I just wanted to get away. From my family, from myself.
Oh. Do you not get along well with your family?
Oh, I do. I'm not their real son, but my parents always loved me like I was. My sister and I, we've had our differences, especially lately, but we still get along pretty well. No, the problem's just with me.
Rein. Still, I suppose the fact you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right? Who'd have thought I'd have the chance to feed you your own good advice so soon? I can't believe you can just say things like that with a straight face. Maybe being on the receiving end every now and then will do you some good.
Alright, you got me. I admit defeat. But yeah, I guess I'm starting to figure things out. In my own way. Maybe enrolling at Thoris was the first thing I'd done right in a long time. I ended up in Class 7. And now, all of us are out here like this, spending time together.
Yeah, I like that. I hope the things we learned during our field studies can help us all make a difference in the world. So... Wait, all of us?
You two were gone so long that we started to get a little worried.
No way! How long have you been listening?
Still, I suppose the fact that you were finally ready to talk about it means that maybe you found what you were looking for to move past that, right?
Stop! Rein, he was the one who said it first. I was just repeating it back to him.
Oh, Elisa, there's nothing to be embarrassed about. Honestly, you touched my heart.
I apologize for eavesdropping on you, but at the same time, I'm kind of glad I did.
How did I end up in the middle of this anyway? Fine, if that's how you want to play it. None of you are getting any sleep until you've shared all your most embarrassing secrets.
What? I don't...
You wish.
Seems like you did well.
Honestly, I feel like she helped me more than I helped her. Hey, guys?
Hmm?
This is a really beautiful place.
Yeah, ain't it?
Ooh, you're moving up in the world. I've got a little reward here for you. Drinks are on me someday.
Damn it, Sarah. Things are on you now. Okay, 02:55 shift's almost over. No sign of anything suspicious or anything at all, really. Why do we even do this every day? You do know what the point of having a sentry is, right? Oh, hey, you're early. But come on now, you gotta get where I'm coming from. Just a little. I can understand if we were posting a crossbow, but who's gonna start a war out here in the boondocks? You never know, right? That's the fact that you'd never expected would make it the perfect place to start a war. Besides, Lieutenant General Zack says that we need to stay on alert, and he knows the situation better than we do. Lieutenant General's a great man, so yeah, alright. Good. What are those big shots from the 3rd Army Division doing stationed in some backwater place like this anyway? I think that rumor's true that he got posted here because he wouldn't help the Blood and Iron Chancellor. Watch what you say. That kind of ass I do gossiping's how rumors get wings. Aye. Sheesh, such a killjoy. Anyway, you got things covered here. I want to go get some sleep. Got a few minutes after my shit, but you're here and hey, who's going? Honestly. Wait, what was that? Huh? What the? What happened? Did he just get shelled? Who had the order to attack? No one. I've heard nothing of the sort. Xander Gate needs to know about this. What the? No way. An enemy attack? Where's it coming from? No.